people are really gonna watch this.
They ain't got nothing else to do.
Right?
Word.
I ain't going on social media talking shit about TDS Radio. I know that much.
My man, Coach Block.
What's up, cuz? How we living?
You're rocking with TDS Radio.
Get it, Kim. All right. She got a vision, and she want us to execute this vision.
Ooh, man. That's what TDS is about today.
Ken and Kim are the two dopest siblings that I know.
All right, man. You ready?
Am I ready? Are they ready? It's been a while. What's up? It's your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS Radio, and I am here with...
Your girl so fab. Hey, y'all.
We ain't got no audience.
And forgot
Y'all
about
feel
us.
abandoned. We got to build this back up. But we've been working for the man every night and day. And I lose my job.
No, please don't. Please don't.
And I ain't had but a minute of sleep. I don't even know if that's the word, but that's how I feel.
Okay. So happy Monday, everybody. See what's going on over here.
Yeah, how y'all been? Where y'all been? How's everything? How's life?
How's everything with you? Now you're the married man.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fun. So the last time I seen y'all, I didn't have one of these things on. And now that I'm losing weight, it can easily slip on and off.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Till I eat too many sweets and I swell up and it's right back to where it needs to be. I've been fasting and it shows immediately. But Kayla gave me some cookies, so we're off that fast. Thanks, Kay Diggle and John Eagle in Pittsburgh. Y'all wrong as hell for what y'all did to them little ass thumbprints.
Yeah. Because
That
it used to
ain't
be
right.
about like this big.
And they used to have a lot more icing on the top.
This is
I guess they figure like, you got diabetes. The fuck?
what more do you want?
Like, bro, you should not be eating this in the first place. Where's the icing, niggas?
So this is what's happening today.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
We're back. Couple things. You know, we're in Raleigh right now, but we do have a brand new office that we'll have.
We got two because we like that. So we in Raleigh and we in Durham, and the one in Durham is a new build. So while we were helping to make this one in Raleigh happen, then, you know, shit in Durham happened. And then we ended up down here because we didn't have nowhere to go up there. So our nomadic voyage now lands us currently in Raleigh, but we have our Durham space that's coming soon.
Yes.
And it's going to be dope. So we have a Raleigh spot and a Durham spot. So all you whiners out there that's like, why are you all the way out in Durham? You can meet us in Raleigh. And then all the people in Durham that's like, why y'all in Raleigh? You can meet us. Vice versa. We can go flow for flow. No, I didn't get more disgruntled. No, I didn't get more angry. I just am not a teacher anymore. Thought that was the move.
You know what? Tonight, y'all, we have a guest.
We do. There's dopeness that will be done.
Yes, we actually are going to get to the point of why we're live. But we do have a guest tonight, Tab from IEI Agency. She's going to be stepping into the plug, and we're going to be talking to her about her endeavor and how she can help out any entrepreneurs or founders or anyone out there who's trying to figure out what their brand is, their mission statement, their vision. She's going to be joining us soon at the top of the hour, and we're going to get to that. So, yeah.
Okay. So before she comes on, for everybody who we haven't done their birthdays in a long time, happy birthday.
What?
Because that's crazy. I guess we should try to get back to what we used to do. So birthdays today. And it's April. April's a good month. You know why? It's my birthday month. Wait, today's Diggle's birthday?
Who?
No, that's not right for Kayla.
No.
Who in the hell? Excuse me. Why is it not showing the birthdays? Don't you hate when shit updates? You're like, it used to be here. What is today, the 6th?
Yes.
All right, starting at the top. K. Dot.
But we also don't have the birthday song.
Coda, why we can't play it?
No, that's not our roadcaster.
Well, Obi can come from behind and she'll sing it with us. So we got K. Dot, we got Coda Matters, Shakella Godall. These people don't seem real. How do I know y'all?
People?
K. Glow. I do know Brooke Hall. Brooke, we go all the way back to Boys and Girls Club. Our cousin Lawrence Hunter, Travis Wilson, Darius Hinton, and
D. Yeah.
Onika Kalini. Is that one of Mom's campers?
Let me see.
Or she used to work. She used to work with Mom.
Yeah, Onika.
Yeah. Okay. So happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday, y'all.
She's currently in Montreal.
Oh, okay. Good for her.
Yeah, good for you.
Good for her.
Good for
Yeah.
you. The United States is pissy. Pissy bathrooms. Pissy hallways. We are what everybody in New York talks about. That is the United States of America right now. Pissy hallways. That should be an album.
Should it?
Pissy hallway. Yes. Yeah. I don't want to lose my job. But every now and again, you feel like you gotta, you're in pissy hallways. I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no jive. You feel like that. That's why I don't understand these new niggas. Like, they live in a world that I be like, I ain't that happy. They be bouncing and shit. Let me go.
Let their little hearts find whatever joy that they could.
They don't wash though.
Whoa,
we've discussed that. They don't wash. They don't. These new guys, they don't wash. They wear the same hoodies and shit over and over again.
So this is our show. What?
Hey, it's been a while. I don't have no, you know what's crazy? When we come back, I have no teacher tales.
Oh, you have plenty of other tales, but like you said, you got to keep your job. Yes, and I do too. In the meantime.
Oh yeah, we just go.
And then I'm not dating, so I don't have any stories for you there.
I can bust marital myths, but that'll get me in trouble too. So I don't want to do that.
I mean, there's a lot happening now, but we get into it, then
Yeah.
This is crazy.
DTF St. Louis is a great show. Has anybody watched that show? Have y'all watched DTF St. Louis yet?
Yes.
I watched the latest episode.
I have not.
It for lunch.
I have not.
Yeah.
But it is.
I'm convinced that it's either not Floyd's wife.
Well, for people who have not watched it, give them a brief synopsis of what it's about.
Well, it keeps taking twists and turns. So the new episode that we're watching makes
no spoilers.
Well, no spoilers. The new episode that you're watching, you know how like they usually tell you like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. It didn't do that. So everything that we've watched up till now, the new episode goes back even further to define how DTF even came about. So I'm like, I don't feel like I'm in a position to even explain it because
Well, you have two men from two completely different paths. One is a sign language interpreter. One is a meteorologist, and somehow they find friendship through just being together on a newscast. Jason Bateman is a meteorologist, and the guy who was in Stranger Things, I played Hopper, is the other. One gives like a poor, like pathetic husband that's just like overly sweet and genuine and trying to find his way. Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman is kind of like the savior guy of like, I just want to help as much as I possibly can. But they ended up getting in this, I don't know, I don't even want to call it an entanglement, but the situation where they decide to go on an app called DTF St. Louis because they're both unhappy in their marriages for very different reasons. But things shift and get a little crazy where there's a murder, there's an affair, there's all sorts of stuff. So it's not exactly what you would expect when you first watch the show, but it ends up being kind of like a murder mystery.
It is a murder mystery. It's a good show. I enjoy it. Not too many shows that I can tell you I enjoy it or even can stay up to watch the entire show.
Which I'm so surprised that you're taking a liking to this.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have anything else to go with that. As y'all can see, I got to warm back up to this thing because it's been a while. It's like riding a bike, but there's so many things that I got to be careful of. I got to watch my mouth right now. Got to check the temperature of us being back.
Are you a Threads person?
No. I can't get my own thread. My thread goes through TDS Radio, and then I don't want to be posting crazy stuff underneath us. So then I just don't post. I scroll and see the stuff that's going on.
I'll help you get your own.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just signing up for something.
Well, yeah, because your Instagram has its own threads. You just got to make sure that it goes into threads while you're under
on no social media. I barely post on Facebook anymore. My life is trash. Just telling y'all, man. Like, if I could tell y'all what I want to tell y'all, man, my life is trash right now, man. But Chiquita got the teaching job today, so that's congratulations to her. So that she did her interview, and I had the opportunity to help her with her PowerPoint presentation. And so, yeah, that's great. You know, extra money is great at these times because gas is really expensive. And we got kids and shit. That shit adds up. Speaking of add up,
I don't know what's happening right now.
I can't see the comment. Oh, could you click on them to see if I can see if they pop on the screen? Can't we?
I think one is Chuck and I think the other one is Jazz.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, we can't even find the mouse. We got a lot of shit going on.
We are not ready for today.
It's okay. It's all right.
There you go.
Yeah, I think we did. There we go. Hey, fam. Sorry I was watching, but my hands was there. That was okay.
Come on, spark plugs. Yes.
Black Threads is hilarious.
Chuck, you are on Threads. You know, I found my people. Because now everybody's algorithm is different, but now there's this whole debate about like Black nerds and, you know, how now all of a sudden women want nerds and nerds are like, oh, now you want us. And people are like, nah, like we always did like nerds, but we don't like mean nerds. So, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. I don't know if that's 100% true on the women's side that they always like nerds. I used to hang with a lot of nerds that nobody liked them.
Nobody? No one.
It was very thin on the selections.
But they had an option, right?
I mean, you know, I guess you could say that.
See, so that's what I end up, because, you know, I have a good friend and we work together and he was talking about the whole nerd thing. He was like, you know, I'm a formerly corny nigga, but
former?
Yes. but like I told him,
Once
I
corny,
said,
always corny.
shut
I don't know how
up.
the former goes.
But you can't tell me that you had absolutely no prospects. You probably didn't like the prospects, but there was somebody that was crushing on you or somebody that liked you.
So you treating it like when a kid say, I'm hungry, and then the parent be like, this is what we got, and they like, I don't want to eat that. Well, then you ain't hungry.
Then you don't want to be in
What type
a
of shit is
relationship.
that? Man, that's tough.
Because the other thing is you got to be realistic, because if you're like somebody whose pants go up to his nipples and then your glasses are always askew, your haircut looks crazy, you don't smell good, you know, and you know, things are a little wrong with you and you're ashy, but you're trying to go out with the head cheerleader. Come on. You're going up against like athletes and, you know, the pretty boys and stuff like that. And they're supposed to be like, no. I'm choosing you.
I mean, in all fairness, I never had this problem. So
No, you didn't.
So I've never had that problem. I was, you know, I was a nerd, but I teetered the line. I knew how to get up out of there. Shit gets too deep. You got to get up out of there. Yeah, you got to know when to go home and not hang with this shit. Or walk a little faster, like, all right, y'all. And then you get on across the street. I used to carry my football helmet around with me. You remember that?
Yes.
That immediately separated me from the people I'm hanging with. I'm like, I play football.
But that's what I'm saying. So you got to be a little bit more realistic about your options. And then you get mad and be like, oh my God, I was played by, you know, the girls at school. Well, what type of girls are we talking about?
I need age checks on these guys.
Oh, we're talking about men in their 30s and 40s.
Yeah, I need therapy to take place. Because high school and all that is a thing, right?
Mhm.
But once you get out of school and now you dictate your own fashion, your own style, your own all that, I need you not to point fingers at people. Like, you know, get therapy, let it go. Let it go. Everybody has been rejected at some point in time.
Right.
Let it go. Now, I can see the guy that continues to look like that and may need some help. And now it's like, well, you know, let's help you out. But if you making a couple dollars and you still choose to look crazy and dad jeans all the time, shirt tucked in.
What are dad jeans?
Dad jeans are the jeans that, like, they're kind of straight, but not kind of straight. Maybe ironed, but not all the way ironed. And they touch like right at the top of your shoe. And they're stiff as shit. And you got a big brown or a black belt on. And people can see that. And then you may be wearing a t-shirt with a pocket on the side, like on the front.
That's the dad get up.
You know, a bad dad get up. Like I've now gotten into, like, I found some really, really comfy joggers.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm in the jogger with the jacket and the hat dad, you know, some hokas.
So I'm the somewhat cool dad.
Yeah, I'm the slightly cool guy. Now I just got to add Starbucks or something in my hand and walk around like that, and then do this to everybody. This. I like that look though. I do.
But that's not a nerd look, you know, because now things like BlurCon.
Isn't nerd subjective?
It is. Because, I mean, some people might consider me a nerd or whatever have you. So. You always think that I'm a nerd, so whatever.
You are. And it's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a nerd.
Be a fabulous nerd.
I'm not. I mean, I'm a nerd at times too.
You are.
It just depends on what it is. Reading isn't one of the things that make me a nerd. Don't ever think that's it. I was the one always counting numbers to see what paragraph you was gonna have to make sure you proofread it before it was your turn. And then they let the teacher let another person go a little longer. You're like,
oh no. 7 times.
that was me. And you get on there, Murray, sound it out, shut up. Reading out loud. They need to bring that type of stuff back into the classrooms.
Because when the teacher would call one person, you'd be like,
here we go. Damn, here we go. We just trying to get through this page, bro. Oh, this nigga here, he can't read. So reading wasn't one of mine. Math and writing papers is where I nerd out, which takes some reading, but it can be at my own pace. Like if you ask me to like, I need this done by a certain time, like, oh no.
Your tism kicks in.
Because I don't read fast. Oh no. Because I gotta read something maybe twice for comprehension before I can move on. You know, some people are like, bloop, 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 flip, bloop, 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 bloop. I'm like, bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop,
Really?
bloop. Just to make sure I got it.
Oh, understood.
Yeah, so I take my time. Like, if you look at any book that I own, there's massive amounts of highlighter marks in there because I got to make sure I got it before I flip. So it took me longer than the average bear to read the autobiography of Malcolm X. It took me longer than the Roots. That shit was crazy because you want to make sure you're understanding like what the hell are you trying to say. But you're talking to a person who also. I used to, English-wise, I used to really enjoy Shakespearean sonnets. I had a book of Shakespearean sonnets. When I started understanding like what he was really talking about, I'm like, man, we shouldn't be reading this. In high school, like this dude is wild. Same thing about certain parts of the Bible. You'd be like, this ain't always holy. Niggas be getting done in. Not always holy. Straight up. I'll leave it at that.
So you were a critical theory type of guy?
See, you put things in nerd terms. Because what? Why do we have to say that? You know, I say I can write good papers. It'll take me a while to read it. You're like, oh, so critical theory. Oh, okay. Back like we never left. Like
I'm just asking because some people had that, you know, that course. Like that was the course.
So, if you want to say critical theory and not English 1, 2, or 3, critical theory. I swear, I tell people all the time, I did go to college. It's just a long time ago.
Think about that nigga on TikTok.
Like, ain't no way. Man, I'm a highly intelligent brother. It's just we do our podcast in the evening after a long day of work. And so most of the times my articulation is not necessarily where it needs to be. The brain slows down. There is nothing in this red cup, I promise you, except for Sprite, but it's, you know, maybe my sugar is low. Let me get one.
We're at that stage where we keep diabetic snacks.
Diabetic snacks and readers, baby.
Where is this show going?
Woo!
But back to my original point, and I think Chuck is saying something. I can't.
Oh yeah, because I ain't got my readers on.
Women ain't lining up to get with captain of the academic bowl team, at least not in the 90s.
Get therapy.
I mean, we know that, but there was probably somebody in that area, you know, amongst the people who were a part of that crew that liked the other person. But it's like, nah, I like this person.
But you know what? You know, and I know this is not politically correct, and Lord knows I don't feel like getting canceled before I get started. But like, because you know you can't say certain things, but I'm gonna say it because this is me.
Here we go.
But even the ugly girls had the audacity and indignation not to even give nerds a chance. They be like, I know he ain't trying to talk to me. I know you ain't outside. Shut ugly ass outside talking about people. And see, that was the person I was. I used to hate for people to talk down on other people. I hated that. I hated bullies.
No, there's no need for that.
And especially when you look like the lady from Norbit, Rasputia, and you out there talking crazy. How you doing? You like, And somebody whose braids started halfway back in the back of their head, or the young girls that couldn't grow hair had that ponytail, but then wanted to say something crazy with that little scrunchie that was holding on to nothing. But you got the nerve to talk about somebody's a nerd. See, but that doesn't happen in school anymore. But I'm telling you, some of that helped to keep people in line, because now kids are reckless in school because you can't say or do certain things. But when we went to school, if you was off, somebody gonna say something because them Payless shoes you got on. I know you ain't, because what was the famous? I know you ain't talking with your, and then there was always something behind that. Now these kids are so sensitive, they can't do that. It turns into a fight.
And I don't understand that, because to me, rip sessions build character. And to me, that's how you become more witty and quick-witted.
They're too sensitive now. So like now, immediately once you say something, these children, which is the sad side of what we're talking about, because it showed that some of these adults who still hold on to this didn't get the opportunity to process what was happening and then move on. Now these kids process those feelings so fast that now it's like fight on site. And you're like, but it was just a joke. And they can't take it. It's like, nah, what you mean joke? Yo mama jokes? Nah, that don't happen.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know how much quality content you're missing out on?
Yeah, that doesn't happen. And it's sad, because it just our children don't get that opportunity to be able to learn how to process tough situations. So like, let's say something happens in the cafeteria and everybody's like, oh, that whole, it's an immediate fight.
That's terrible.
You know what I'm saying? And then now, then other people, that's my bro. And then they jumping in, and then it looks crazy because you're like, it didn't, all he did was bump you.
Yeah.
And then now but so at least they're getting it out now. So when they become older, and they ain't making stuff on threads talking about how they felt dissed. Why are you this old still talking about being dissed?
That's a huge question that people were asking. Like, you're still on this? But
maybe it was the one that hurt them. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was fortunate enough to be in a position where I had attractive girlfriends in high school. And I don't understand that lifestyle. Never was me.
This nigga.
But I've had friends where, they would call it, all right, nobody wants you, little monkey. And it's like, now see, while he did look like Diddy Kong, did you have to say that?
Did he in fact
in front of everybody at the bus stop? First thing in the morning. Like, this is how you set his day off.
Did he look monkeyish?
I mean, we got a guest. It's about that time. It's almost 7:00. So see, like,
what?
All right, story time. And then we're out of here. So I went to a very racist school. I don't have any qualms about saying that. Anybody who knows, when we were in what my school is now wasn't when we were there. And then it wasn't when people's parents that I know went. School very racist. And one of the brothers pulled me out of class. I won't say his name, because if he's watching, he'll know who he is. So he comes to my class, right? And he's like, oh, yo, come on, come out. And so I come out of the classroom because I'm thinking, like, what is happening here? He was like, man, these white boys got me, yo. What did they get you with? Man, you got to come see it. So we went to the locker. He opened up his locker, and they had hung a monkey in the locker that had his name around it on a gold chain with a banana in the hand.
That's terrible.
Now, racially terrible. Humorous. I got upset because I'm like, damn, where they find it? It looked just like it.
You're the worst person alive.
And so I asked him, like, what you want me to do? What are we supposed to do here? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, and me, I'm a teenager.
Oh,
you're expecting me at this specific time to be Malcolm or Martin.
Yes.
And I didn't know how to respond because the first thing I did was, it was like a movie where he was like, and he gonna try to say it looked like me. So what is our plan of attack? Let's just skip that part. Because it was messed up. Because like I said, racially, let's fight. But if you had an ounce of humor in you, it was, but it do look like you. And so now we're going to go ahead and talk to our guests.
This is how we leave this conversation.
Yeah. But then I did go help the brother. We went to the principal. So in case anybody think I was rude, we went to the principal. I helped him out. We made a report and all that stuff. And then he said some crazy stuff in there too that supported the monkey. And it's like,
I think I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah. So we get in there.
Oh my God.
And he was like, they said, well, how do you want to handle this situation? Tell us what's going on and how you feel. And so he had a congregation of young Black men, and we're all in the office with him, and we're waiting for him to do what he do because you finally got the principal's ear. And he said, this situation just, it makes me madder and madder. And now everybody was like, damn, uh-oh. He was like, cause see, like, he made me mad. I'm gonna put my hands on him. Y'all gonna have to call the life truck for him. Oh shit.
I knew it.
This nigga said life truck. So now we're all nudging each other like, somebody please stop this process.
Oh, I knew it.
This situation is bad, and it just keeps getting badder and badder. Okay. Then the principal goes, Mr. Blocker, would you like to continue this conversation? Yeah, I'll speak for brother. I can't say his name, but that was wrong. The whole situation was wrong.
Yes, it was wrong.
And I don't know how to segue into our guest.
So we're gonna pivot because what?
We got to get serious. This really happened.
I know it happened.
The brothers that I went to high school with, all of us know, all the seniors, that was a real life situation. And the moment he said, this is where, you know, people need to understand, like even our kids, you know, they don't get an opportunity to be kid. He was a kid in that situation. I'm 40 years old looking back on that when we were 17. This was a kid that had to explain a serious racial situation to a white principal in a Catholic school where there was only 9 Black seniors. And we thought we was going to get out of there with some type of racial justice. That was crazy. That school was hell, boy. I tell you.
I can tell.
Taught me real life situations though. So let's go.
Let's go ahead and cue up our intro because what? All right, guys, so taking a quick pivot, we are moving into the plug. If you are following us, you know exactly what the plug is. This is a space for entrepreneurs to be able to come in and tell us a little bit about their business, what they do, how they service the community. And before they get out of here, they have to plug another entrepreneur to then fill their space. So today, we got a family member. I didn't already deemed her a part of the fam before she even had the interview. Really, really dope person. I actually met her through Tamet, who was on our show last month. And we got on a Zoom, and next thing you know, it felt like she was just a part of the family. So this is our new cousin. Welcome, Tab, to the show of IEI Agency.
Thank y'all for having me. I was trying to get in with the jokes for real. I was trying to get in last.
Well, we don't always have to start it serious. You know, I love it. Let's talk. So the other part is I've already met Tab through my job. So we've had conversations from Echo about some of the things. She's helped us with some of the scopes of what we're talking about moving into a new direction with membership, community engagement, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. So when my sister was like, Tab, and I'm like, well, let me look at the website. Oh, I know Tab. You know how black people be at first, like, let me see who we talking to today. Oh, I know her.
I didn't know it was you, brother. I didn't know you. I didn't know you were the other dope sibling. I just went on the Facebook and I was like, oh, join the Facebook.
So how you been?
I've been out here doing. Oh, good. I got a plug out here in these entrepreneur streets.
Yeah. It's tough, ain't it? It's a different world for real.
So just to give you guys some quick background before we jump into it with Tab, she is the founder of IEI Agency, which is short for Ideas Equal Income. And she helps founders, business owners, and mission-driven organizations bring bold ideas to life through clear strategy, powerful storytelling, and unforgettable design, which I think this is a really important conversation to have because most people jump out into the forefront. They want to be entrepreneurs and they have an idea, but they don't really know how to get the story out about it. And then that's where you come in, right, cuz?
That's why I'm here, cuz. That's what I'm bringing to the cookout. With a little Tito's and some. That's right. And so I did. Yes, that's absolutely what I'm bringing. Just really helping entrepreneurs to get their ideas out of their head and their hearts and organizing it in a way where they can make that tangible. So what do we have to do to get there? That's what I'm here for.
I love that. And what made you say, you know what, I want to go ahead and start this up? Like, what is your origin story?
That's a funny question. I was trying to think of the questions y'all might be asking. So I was like, okay, the origin story, where do we start? So I'll say this. I started Ideas Equal Income officially in 2016. It might not have been on paper then. But I started it with the idea, if you have an idea, you have an income. Mm-hmm. And so is that true? Not all the time, but it takes someone to sometimes help you pull that idea out and get it to this place of income, right? Tangible income. The funny thing is at the time, I'd not done that yet for myself. I just had this cool idea for this name. And so what happened was I was working in corporate America. I had a corporate job. Now, during that whole time, I started working at Verizon Wireless when I was 18. I quit Verizon Communications when I was 29 to start Ideas Equal Income because I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of this. Yes. And I wanted more out of life. But in that time, I always had side businesses. I had like a cleaning company. I was doing all these multi-level marketing things. I don't know. Noni Juice, Motor Club of America. So when I said, forget this. I'm done with Verizon. I love Verizon. I got a lot of training from them. But I was like, I'm going to go start my own thing. And I remember telling my boss, she was like, well, what are you going to do? I was like, I don't quite know yet, but I don't want to be here. And I just have this deeper desire to serve people. And so like on my last call with my team, it was crazy because like it was like an integrated call with the largest team people I had never met. And she was like, by the way, if you don't know Tab, she's leaving today. She doesn't want to be those dinosaurs here. She doesn't know what she's doing, but wish her well.
Wow.
Thanks a lot.
Wow.
So then, I went out, and the thing is, because I had business experience, it's not true to say I did already create an income, side incomes and side ventures, but I decided to start my business because I knew how to do some of that already and have a deep love for seeing people do what they love. That's how it started. And then I started websites, and that's what we got started. Then I rolled out into brand development.
I love that. I love that. And then, being in this space of coming across other entrepreneurs and them kind of teetering, especially when you said like, look, I've been doing corporate, but I decided to bet on myself. What are some of the things that you tell them when they're like, I have this idea, you see the idea, it's brilliant, but they're still kind of hiding behind, this wall of not wanting to come around it and fully jump?
Yes, that's a good question. proceed with caution. Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. You better, do you have a backup plan? I don't know. So if you're going to jump out there, do it. But also, I would say get clear on what it is that you're doing first. And so that's the first step. A lot of folks have all these great ideas and they're kind of, all right, I want to do this. I want to do that. I got all that. All right, cool. Start with someone. Start with me. Let me help you to try to organize that and establish a path for you to start generating revenue. And a lot of folks don't know, we have our passions and we have our skills. And one of the things I teach is how to meet those two in the middle. Right?
What about, excuse me, what about the people who tell you got to step out on faith, but you got real bills? So that faith is the substance of things. What?
And I just was, hold up now, of things I'm saying. So y'all know Tamet. So Tamet being the mindset coach, she sent me this video this morning, right? Because I'm always like, what, help me with this, help me reframe my brain kind of thing, right? And so it was from the guy, what's his name? Myron. I forget his last name. He's a thought leader and he speaks on all of that, but he comes from that faith side. He was like faith. Yeah. So for me, there's a conviction for me as an entrepreneur. And you can step. So I've stepped out on faith, but here's what I'll say to this whole thing. I still struggle with that sometimes. Do I want to get a job? Do I want to go back when things are slow? Because entrepreneurship requires you to really lock in and focus in. The thing is also, we have to be mindful of balance. There's this thing where it's don't give yourself a plan B, right? This extreme, rely on faith. I'm more on that spectrum. You got to be crazy to do that. You got to be willing. The way I came up in these last 10 years, have I had to stay in my car for a couple of days? Yeah. Have I not had a car? Have I gone in debt? Have I went bankrupt? Yeah. Have I come up? Have I created my business? Have I served people that I never thought I would serve? Yes. Had awesome experiences? Yes. Am I still learning and growing? Yes. Does the economy change? Are we always having to pivot? Yes. Now, if you can't live with the reality of every day, you have to go out and get it to eat, then don't do it right now. Right. Or talk with somebody before you make that leap, because it ain't no joke out here. And yes, I would say have faith at the level at which you can, which your faith allows at this time, right? So if you're a diehard and what you can commit to, because faith requires action too. You believe in something that's unseen. There's a substance there, and so to actualize that, you're trusting in God that you're going to take these right actions to get a specific thing, right? So maybe have faith in that something will happen, right? But you may not know, and that's where you can come on over here.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And Tab, I also want you to, if you have the space to want to talk about it, but you had told me when we were on Zoom about how you fell out of love, with your brand and with your business. So if you want to, and I totally understand, if you're like, nah, we ain't talking about that, elaborate a little bit on that, because I think that's such a beautiful thing to talk about, especially in this entrepreneur space when people don't always enjoy what they're doing.
Oh my goodness, that's a great question. And thank you. You know what? I totally forgot that we talked. I was about to say, what did I tell you? I'll share some personal stuff. Girl, and what have you? I'm coming from Baltimore, and then out of love with business. So let's talk about that. So I'm in Baltimore. I am an ecosystem builder amongst the entrepreneurs here in Baltimore, specifically the Black entrepreneurs. And we love each other. We have there's so much culture here and everything. But if I serve folks everywhere, right? So I do business everywhere, virtually, and I'm here local in Baltimore. And when we talk about building business and falling in and out of love, it's fun to build. It's fun to go do things with people. It's fun to meet people, have conversations. Oh, we're building this opportunity, that. But when does the work take place? Right. And who is doing the work with you? And especially in places where there are entrepreneurial ecosystem, and there always are. It's just there's now naming around that, language to it. That's really unfolded in the last maybe 10 years or so. With entrepreneurs at large. But anyway, saying all that to say, if you are an entrepreneur out here, you have to like stand up and face yourself every day and do it. Like, regardless if you, yes, community, yes, we can go further if we go together. But first, I must have myself established.
Mhm.
And so that's the in and out of love with business for me. It's like, okay, there's this thing that I really want and that I believe that this is part of my purpose here. Like, that's why God put me here.
Mhm.
And it's ever unfolding. And at the same time, it's like, it's a lot. It can be a lot. There's a lot to think about, you know.
Yes.
doing the work, you're doing all of it, like the intake, the marketing, the discovery calls, you have to know yourself, know your brand, all the things, right? The financial,
Yes.
right? So,
Right.
and the pivot, the pivot, the hard pivot, because you're always having to pivot in business, especially as a solopreneur out here.
Mhm.
You know.
Absolutely.
Now, the question that because I always Kimberly is professional with her interviewing, as you can see. I tend to talk a little crazy at times because I base it upon the reality of what I see. Now, how do we have this conversation in our community about entrepreneurship, but be realistic with people? Like, be able to say, I see your vision, but you ain't ready to just jump out there yet. And you need to be accountable because there's no handouts to entrepreneurship. Because, you know, at times we think we're supposed to get that grant. And then when we don't get it, it falters the drive. And it's like, nah, you got to keep pushing. Like, we're not owed anything in this space. Because our people, at times, we have ability to think that we're owed it. And it's like, nah, it's a constant grind. So how do you have this conversation where you nurture, but still you're real with the expectations of entrepreneurship?
You know what? I think that was a great lead in. Like, if you were to have a conversation, like, isn't that back? Like, are you willing to do what it takes? And I'm gonna bring it back to Tamat. I'm gonna keep giving her props because that's what part of what we've been going through. She has a workshop tomorrow called Go Beyond Great, and showing folks that it really takes you to go beyond great into a place of excellence, and really holding yourself accountable. And so these are principles that I've been able to implement in my life, and still, you know, always learning and growing. But being good at entrepreneurship just ain't it. You got to really get into it. And so I would, to answer your question more directly, can I give them my schedule? Here's what it looks like. Can you do this? Can you be self-motivated? It's easy to get to work. I got to work every day for 11 years. And before that, right? So working at 15 and still went back into corporate.
Right.
But can you get out of the bed when nobody is pressuring you? Can you allow yourself can you manage yourself? Can you manage your schedule? Can you manage your stress? Can you manage your life? What happens if one thing goes wrong and you have no money in the bank? I mean, I really give really examples. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like, it's that. And then it's also the validation of the idea. So I always ask people, of course, you have to validate your ideas and get proof of concept. So let's go for it. We can do a little Shark Tank right here. Throw that idea out. Is it feasible? We got to check.
And so then to the flip side of that is, how do you keep people motivated when they are doing everything you said, but it ain't hitting? Because, you know, entrepreneurship may not hit the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, you may not hit until your 6th year at this. So what are the words of encouragement you share of, I see you grinding, baby, just keep going. It's going to be there. Just keep going.
Oh, that's a good one. So, you know, it all depends on the objective, the entrepreneur's objective, and what are the outcomes. And so, you know, and actually I want to look at the stats, and I'm gonna just be real. That 5-year thing about entrepreneurship, I don't know if that's for all entrepreneurs. I don't know who was surveyed. For sure, I don't think it's Black entrepreneurs. I think the lifetime is a lot longer. What we have access to and capital and things like that. But if someone has been in business for a long time and they come to me, I would have a discussion with them, right, to get clear on what it is that they're actually offering. Like, I would try to provide guidance. That's what I offer, and what's called the idea to income diagnostic. Like, let's get really clear on what you're saying and a clear path to revenue. Because then, if not, you got to pivot if this is really what you want to do. And I have had clients like that I've coached to the point where it's like, hey, I can't really support you right now. we've exhausted all options, right? So it's
Yes.
like, you're going to have to either go this route that I'm recommending, or I give you all my blessings for the best luck in the future.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
And let me ask this, because this is kind of teetering on entrepreneurs understanding their why, their brand, and their customer. Because oftentimes what I see in the entrepreneur space is that people don't quite understand who they're servicing. They just know they have this great idea, but they're going all around the mulberry bush instead of just really sitting down and focusing and saying, okay, this is my customer. This is who I need to serve. I need to learn them. I need to study their habits, and I need to be able to figure out where they're at and how to get to them. So can you just talk a little bit about how important that is? Because people just seem to skip that step.
Yeah. So like, who do you serve? Kimberly, this is a great question.
Oh, thank you, boo.
Yeah. So yeah. And it's okay. So just trying to look at it from different angles. So yeah. So it's part of the fundamental questions of your brand, your personal brand. I would say a lot of entrepreneurs, I know we have a service brand, or we're doing something, but we also are thought leaders. I'm saying us because I'm included in myself. Those audiences, or that target client, that audience persona that you're looking for, is going to vary, and it might be segmented, and it can be all over the place. But to get specific, you have to know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the questions that you ask. What do you actually do?
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll know who you serve, and then why you do it, right? And then you go into how you do it. But until you know who you are and what you do, and I'm gonna say this, like I could say, with my experience at Verizon, and I do support some operations, some organizations in their operations sometimes. So I could say I help organizations with operational support to improve their performance. Cool. What kind of organizations? What do you mean operations? Like, and what do you mean by performance? We have to get specific, and that's what I mean. Like, what do you do? Because that's going to dictate who you actually serve.
Absolutely.
And a lot of folks, they'll get their expertise. Like, look, I got my operational background at Verizon for the most part, and I continue to grow on it. But I'm not going to go out and have a service business for that and think I'm going to serve Verizon.
Right.
So again, like, who do you serve goes back to like, what do you offer? So I think it's a matter of taking the skills that you have and being able to create an offering that you can scale. So instead of serving, a top company here, like huge company, maybe start with a smaller company that you can meet the need for. When you identify that, so you could say, I might I help companies with 50 employees or less to streamline their operations, to understand their staffing and their capacity, and to give recommendations on different things to increase efficiency and productivity. You could say that, right? And and that gives a lot more. Okay, boom. Then you get into who are those people? Where do they hang out? What are they obsessing about overnight that is going to have them kind of contact you when
Come on, Tab. Come on.
When you speak their language, then oh, those are the people that actually need me. They don't understand. They're a small business. They don't understand operations. Probably somebody's brother is running something that they think is operations. You know what I mean? Okay, that's wide on that. Yeah.
And so, what do you say to those who may be suffering from learning how to build relationships that build your business, take your business to the next level? Like, so when you're noticing like an entrepreneur, you're like, hey, you could benefit by connecting with, but you may notice that they're so used to working independent that they don't know how to build those relationships. So what are some suggestions that you have for entrepreneurs with collaboration?
That's a good question. Out here, we're Baltimore. A lot of people know each other, so it's like, hey, look, I just talked with so-and-so. They got this and this and that. You could be like, hell no. I already work with it. They already got the grant for that last year. No, we ain't doing it right. So it's depending. It starts with a foundation of trust, and that starts with a level setting of truth, and that starts with. So I'm a part of a cooperative. We are a data cooperative focused on data sovereignty. It's called the EASE Cooperative. So Ecosystem Awareness Solutions for everyone. So essentially, we're collecting community data to prove certain points and to help nonprofits leverage this to share their narrative. But this means that everyone must be sharing. Everyone must be leaning in and collaborating. And so we haven't even fully rolled this out to the public yet. And we have received funding, which is cool, but it's taken us so long to actually do what? Establish trust. We can only build at the speed of trust. When it comes to, we have community agreements that we establish that this is how we're operating within this container. So I think that's super important to set a clear mission, a vision, objectives. Same thing when we're a brand, right? So I think that when you're collaborating, there's like, how do we want to show up with each other?
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Because the one thing I noticed is, like, as entrepreneurs, Kim and I, we've noticed that everybody gets their little piece of the pie and they want to hold on to it. And it's like, but if we can share the pie, everybody gonna get a little bit of something. But then we notice that the relationship building doesn't happen. So and then also, and just being transparent, with the trust, some people are just, hey, they've been burnt, so then now they categorize everybody in that market where it's like, nah, I'm just good. And it's like, well, you have to grow to have these relationships, or your business will stay stagnant. Like, so speaking to the entrepreneurs out there, nobody has been able to do it by themselves. You know what I mean? And that's what I try to preach to entrepreneurs, is like, you got to have a team. And if you could build an Avengers team of support, what would you say an entrepreneur needs, like, around them when they're thinking about making these steps? What would be that Avenger team that they need to be successful?
Oh my goodness, Ken. Okay, that's so it's so funny because as you were talking, I am one of those entrepreneurs that has been quote unquote burned. I had to change, I had to shift the narrative and the perspective in my head. There's so many things I've tried and things like that. So it's
have
funny.
to.
we have to, right? And then when you're like, we got a team, I'm like, what team?
Right.
No. But I always tell people, like, I'm like Queen Latifah living single. Like, who you think we got back here? Like, we magazine. Sinclair. Hey, cousin. So no, okay. So that was a good question. So wait a minute, Ken. I forgot the actual question. I started writing it down.
So no, what it is because we do ultimately our day-to-day, we're doing it by ourselves.
Yes.
But you do need a team, because who do I talk to about my finances, my lawyer, my this? What is the Avenger team around you, or your State Farm team, when State Farm got your back? Verizon had your back, right? So who are these people that you need to have when you're taking this step? Even though most of your day-to-day functions are you, but you still need to have XYZ behind you. What is the XYZ?
Okay, boom. Thank you again. I think also it's about who you know. So I love being an ecosystem builder because, yes, you need a good accountant. You need someone that you can refer to for taxes. There are so many community organizations that offer that for entrepreneurs. So definitely tap into small business organizations in your area. For me, on my personal team, I look at advisors and who has what skills. And so in my circle, I am generally the branding marketing person, but I recommend a branding marketing person. And one of my dear friends, Sherry Goodall, is the person I like to bounce ideas off of, because she's also a marketing professional. That's my girl, Sherry, give it up. Then you have, you always want to have like a solid coach. And I actually a few coaches. So I like a solid business coach. It could be a sales coach, a networking coach. My favorite is Tony Harris Taylor, my networking coach. She'll go in the room and the networking queen. She's going to let you know how to show up in a room and introduce yourself and coach you through to build relationships and space for that collaboration. So you need someone that if they're not a coach, they know how to network. Who else is on my team? Oh, people that know how to go out and get money, get grants,
that's right.
look for opportunities that are in my sector, right? So serving any like social impact causes, things like that. You also need someone that's connected to the bread. I have some folks that are tapped into the government. They might work for the government and they have their hands in real estate. There are people out here that are doing like the insiders, right? The insiders. That are in the world of economic development. You need a tech person. You should have someone that knows tech. It's like when I say tech, it could be you might have issues with your email, you need help with your website. I'm generally my own tech person when it comes to though building things out. I have someone I can bounce ideas off, give it up to my man Adam French at Interform. And then you need strong admin support. Amber Jones, these are folks in my co-op now I'm naming, but there's so many things that you do need. And then also I would say someone to help facilitate, help you ground in if you need to. And so I reach out to her for that, grounding in mindset, because that's huge. And then perhaps somebody to help kind of like anchor you in. So I also keep a therapist on staff.
Absolutely.
So, amen.
You know, and then I'll say on top of that, a couple mentors that you can really lean on, that have the success that you're looking for, that have been on that path. You know, so but just I would recommend not to make anyone an idol in that as well. I think a lot of times and we'll put them up on pedestals, and nobody is perfect. So in this, it's your journey, and like you said, can you get to put your own team together? So that's my folks. Yeah.
I love that you were able to create that. That was something that I wanted to create several years ago, well before the pandemic. And as you can see, it did not happen. But
we're moving on.
Yes. We're creating.
We would love to, because we wanted that movement so badly down here in Raleigh, where, like you said, it's almost like a one-stop shop for entrepreneurs to be able to get every single thing that they need, but then we can also depend and help on one another. So kudos to this collective, and yes, we want to be in.
And we're co-designing solutions. So yes. Thank you.
So, and because you've dealt with people, you know, all around the world, what have you seen as just even as far as like just us? Like if I'm an entrepreneur and I'm starting and I need a community, where do you suggest to even look? Like, because when we started and we came to North Carolina, we're both from Pittsburgh. We come to North Carolina, we start a business. And one thing that we consistently say is if you were to drop us in the middle of Raleigh or Durham, besides like the Black Chamber, we didn't specifically know where the flow was at. So how would you suggest somebody going about that, or, you know, what's some advice on that with that part?
That's such a good question, Ken. And you know what's funny? I moved to North Carolina during COVID thinking like the same thing. I'm like, oh, so many business opportunities here, but where? So what was funny is like I went down there with the intention of like blowing my business up down there. It's like the banking capital of America. And what I ended up doing, strangely enough, was like spending all of my time reconnecting and cultivating my relationships with my people in Baltimore. And so where did I start? I was like, when I got to North Carolina, I was like, oh my God, I don't see a client pool here of the people I'm looking for. So I need to expand, I need to reach out to my network. I need to start serving people across wherever. And that's how I did start building teams and working with teams for full deployments and rollouts and things like that. But with starting out fresh, I had to just reach out to the people I know. So I think that does speak to my network or one's individual network. And you'd be surprised at who people can connect you with if you just ask questions.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's like, and then that between that and social media, like Instagram and using the right hashtag, Instagram and TikTok for local places and Eventbrite. So I would just say, start searching entrepreneurs, go on Eventbrite, whatever you're doing, Black entrepreneur, whatever you're doing, business, Black entrepreneurs, all of that. Reach out to 1 Million Cups if it's in your area. Of course, like any small business organizations, and maybe even universities if you can tap in. But here, where I'm at, you'd have to know certain people that hold the key. So the way that I found them were through other friends and Instagram.
Okay. Now, how do you, because we've been talking and we know the grind and we've been laughing about the grind, but outside of your grind personally, how do you handle self-care? And then how do you suggest that in the clients that you have of like, don't burn yourself out? Because
usually that's my question.
Hey,
I'm proud of you.
Well, therapy in church. It was Resurrection Day yesterday. I'm feeling a little lighter. So how do you first of all, how do you do it for yourself? And then what is your suggestion to the entrepreneur coming to you and is like, I do this, and I do it, and you're like, you about to burn out. You ain't gonna make it.
Bro, that's such a good question. It takes a lot to self-regulate for me, number one. And I think it's, getting to that place of just being able to make sure, like, in my day-to-day work, am I eating? Am I sleeping? At one point, I was drinking so much caffeine, y'all, and I actually just switched. That's shout out again to Met. I had been drinking so much caffeine for years. It wasn't until the top of this year that I was burnt out for real. And I was like, I can't keep doing this. I'm running all day, not sleeping at night. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not going to the gym. And it really did come back to like, what do I value as a whole human being? So it goes back to balance. Like as an entrepreneur, how do you want your life to look? I don't necessarily subscribe to the belief that we have to work 20 hours a day, 18 hours a day to succeed, but our actions have to be very strategic and aligned with our goal then. And when we put in the work, it's got to be intentional. So that's what I would say is like, if you, once, and people do get all over the damn place and they have so many ideas. And I hate to say start with one. Every time I try to do more, it just like, it doesn't work. I don't know, but there's so much on the power of one. I mean, that's the name of it, right? Starting with that one, letting it compound, and then moving on to the next thing. And then really also focus on you.
So she's looking at me, but look back at you.
No. Because you always, we should do this.
It's possible. It's so possible, but I think it's a timeline, right? And I think
it's possible.
Not for someone who doesn't know how to multitask.
Take over the world.
And look, we got those conversations all day. Like, y'all, I do music, I do comedy, this is, and I want to do it all too, but it's like, okay, what do we actually start with first? And then you always want to, we could make some merch off of this. I can imagine how many ideas that y'all might have to even expand your brand. And there's got to be a damn plan. Like, just everybody hold your horses. But one thing I'm working on though is like quick starts, like quick launches. I can help you with that too, but we got to have like the foundation in order.
Is it important? Like the beauty that I have as being an entrepreneur is that my wife is also an entrepreneur, right? What about people who don't understand the entrepreneur grind, and then you're in relation with somebody who they don't get how much you have to work, and then they talking about they want to spend time with you, and you like, I got a deadline, get out my face. I want to go to the movies, and I want to go to the movies, and you like, I'm the only one working this business. I got to work on Saturday, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so how does that work with that type of
dynamic?
Yeah, I didn't even want to use dynamic because that's too strong for those type of people who don't understand. I wanted to call them assholes, but I held on because you got to be an asshole to not respect somebody's grind and you So not for the asshole who don't understand, but how do we talk to the person who is the entrepreneur?
But then the thing is, should you be dating if you don't have the space for that person?
Right.
Well, everybody needs love.
Well, you get some self-love, because if you don't have the time for me, then get out my face.
Well,
thank you, Tab.
Just let the professional answer.
No. Y'all got it. We're entrepreneurs, right? No, because Ken, I'm with you on the masculine side. I'd be like, no, we're gonna be together, and you're gonna respect us. Simply, now that I'm learning, you have to self-regulate, Tab. I can't expect anybody to pick me up at the end of the day and to make my meals and to do all that other stuff. And so it really does come down to the relationship that you have with your agreements with yourself and with your partner. So if you're in a relationship and maybe you just started it or you've been doing it, if you've been doing it, hopefully the person would know. But if you just really started grinding, I my last real relationship, not my situationships, but in 2022, you ain't been in relationships to say, well, officially, no, but we broke up when I was in Charlotte, when I was working 12, 15-hour days during COVID. And I was like, don't come in here. Like, I'm working. What you pay the bills around here, And it's right? But it forced her to get her own life. And some of those things was somewhat bad. It also was neglectful on my part. Also, we also shouldn't have been together, but that had to play out, right? But if I would not do that again. And the other thing you got to be mindful of is too, if you're going into a situation with someone that doesn't understand entrepreneurship, I hope you are rooted in your faith, because that person is going to be terrified for you. What happened? Did you get did you make some money? Did you get a contract? Okay, what you going to do with your life? Especially if they are just used to, I couldn't live like that. I couldn't live like you live, boo. You know, so it's a difference, but you know, I'm gonna worry about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry. I only ask because, you know, we're in that space, and I tell people all the time, it's tough. Like, she works 12-hour days easily and 6 days a week. And sometimes she don't have all the average bear, you know, they pull their, why ain't you home? You need to be cooking and all that nonsense. And it's like, I respect her grind, because in the flip side, we're doing the same thing. But I've seen other friends who suffer in that department, and you're like, yo, they just trying to get their grind on. You gotta understand.
As soon as the guy says you ain't got no time for, you got to go. I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you, okay?
You do that for anything. It is.
You gotta be choosy with your time.
She said, is that 2 deep breaths? You gotta go, because what's your lung capacity?
I don't have to deal with this.
I don't have to deal with short lung Negroes. You better go run a mile or something.
That's harsh, cousin.
My patience is thin, like absolutely not.
Is your
I wish I had that
patience.
patience. I need boundaries like that. I mean,
Call
no.
me. Tab, call me. That's enough. We're done here.
You need one in your corner like that can help you. Okay, what's your boundaries?
Yes.
Check in.
Because we're done here. Absolutely not. No.
She said, why you blinking so hard? Oh, that dry eye. I don't do dry eyes. What you
gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Because if you're not taking care of your eyes, it lets me know what's the problem.
If you ain't taking care of your eyes, how you gonna take care of me?
Listen,
you only get one set.
There was a guy that talked about I don't floss. You don't floss.
Yuck!
Oh, ain't no way.
Yuck!
Ain't no way. Perio disease.
Wait a minute. He admitted that?
Yes.
Yuck. But
you already
did you say yuck? Yuck.
Yuck.
Yeah.
But couldn't you tell though? You sounded.
You can't admit that you don't floss. Oh my God, your gums are bleeding. You don't go to the dentist. You're going to end up passing it to me because it's a bacterial infection. Now shit's just going around. I can't do it. I can't do it.
See, I'm sorry. That was my question that took us off.
No, but that was part of his personal brand. And you guys was like, I'm not going for this. I'm not going for this. It's not part of my brand. She was like, it's not how I want to be perceived out here.
Not at all.
And cleanliness is what I stand for.
Hello.
Yeah.
And you know what? I got another question before we let you go, Tab. How important is it for people to understand their brand? Because people will go in these spaces and think like, oh, I got it all together. I know what my brand is. And then all it takes is one instance and then they start to sway.
That's a great. I think it comes down to being locked into who you are and knowing what you do. But I'll say this. I have been that person so many times.
Really?
I was gonna do a piece of content. I was trying to get it. You used to be able to go through and get your Instagram bio history.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been from like, oh my God, child, like just everything. Brand, I would say like brand, marketing, operational support, fractional CMO. I did what did I used to say? Websites, brand. What do you want? I got it all.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like once you can really articulate what it is that like what you want to do, like I'm going to help you get clear on your idea so that I can help you create a tangible offering and a brand that's going to drive income and
there we go.
Make an impact.
I did have one more question. And my question was based upon like, because you said you started entrepreneurship young. And so my question was towards like parents who may know that their kids want to jump into owning their own business, or they see that their child is taking a liking to that. How can a parent nurture a young entrepreneur who may be like 16, 17, 18, and they're like, I want to do this, or I want to try this, or I want to sell this? How can a parent help nurture that?
Ken, that sounds like a great collaboration, and I wonder if we could look at some programming for that because
Yes.
no, but there's so many child youth entrepreneurship programs. But no, I think it should be fostered. For me, I didn't start at that young of an age. My family is all like blue collar, or actually white collar, and on the other side is like academia, like you need to get your degree. And so, but I think it should be nurtured. I think as kids, we should have had the chance to really explore skills and different trades. And some people had the opportunity, but like, who are you really? I know like a lot of folks, this is funny, but like if I had a child, depending on the age, I would probably introduce them to like astrology, like your birth chart, human design, cultural roots, understanding certain things, self-regulation, vision, and then like opening them up to being able to see what's possible out here in the world. I think that's the first step. And if they latch on to something, by all means, like let's try to get you started on a path. Now it doesn't mean we had to spend thousands of dollars on it, but what's the minimal viable product that would kind of show you your idea come to life? I think that's one of the biggest things that we can do too, is like encourage our kids, take some village. I do have some kids in my life.
No, that's right.
Yeah, I like seeing the young ones actually do it.
Yeah.
We had a gentleman here in North Carolina, little Reggie.
Yeah.
He does cookies, and literally he was doing so well in Johnston County, and we know that at times Johnston County has some race relation issues, and they kept raising his rent because of his success. So he took his business and moved it to a food truck.
I know that's right.
He does his cookies.
Yes.
Good for
He
him.
does his cookies right out of the food
Good
truck.
for him.
So his parents,
That's right.
I've been watching their journey, and they just pivoted so smooth. And he, wrote a letter to his customers and saying, it was a sad day that he had to close the doors, blah, 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 blah. But they took the money that they had in their account and built out his kitchen in the food truck.
I know that's right. It's all about
Pivot.
Yeah.
You always have to be willing to do that. Yeah. But it's cool that they were supportive though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So then before we get out of here, the one thing that we do on the plug is make sure that you plug another entrepreneur. It can be at any space, because as you can see, we can do virtual. So any space, any place, you tell us who we need to contact next, and we're going to hit them up based on your recommendation.
Y'all, I got 3, and listen. listen. First, I got to give credit back. Okay, out here in these entrepreneur streets, entrepreneurship. That's Latasha Best Gaddy of Infinity Bridges. So if y'all haven't with her, have y'all already interviewed her?
Nope.
Oh, plug her. I'm plugging her.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the connect. She's the plug.
I'm gonna see her on Wednesday at 1 Million Cups.
Okay.
And then you have Mel Right Village. I'm grateful. So I did some, and that's how we met, Ken. So some ecosystem building work, and ultimately, Kim, that's how we met too now, cousin. And so shout out to this company, Equal, I was working with, or am working with, so we have different business relations. So that's cool. We're always expanding and growing. So that was an initiative there. So I would say those two. And then there's one more person that comes to the top of mind, my girl Laquita Chancey of Smaltimore Homes. She is here, and she is on a mission to spread the word about tiny home solutions for the unhoused population. So this is where a lot of the data comes in. We're running campaigns. So if you're interested in something like that, hit up my girl there. And she's a nonprofit leader and knows a lot about the space and the nonprofit nonsense, as we call it, the nonprofit industrial complex.
Cool.
Love that.
So what's your final closing words? Your closing remarks before we get up out of here to the entrepreneur community.
Lord have mercy. Don't hurt yourselves out there. I would say, I'm looking at my wall. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. But really,
no, that's right.
Sow your seeds now and really go after it. Go after what it is you want and commit daily to that vision. And that's a daily practice.
Cool.
Amen. Namaste. Thank you very much.
You want to say you're officially a cousin? You're lying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we did it before the show, but now it's official. You are officially a cousin of TDS Radio. Welcome to the family, fam.
Thank y'all. That means so much. No, seriously. Thank y'all for opening the door and for the trust and for the collaboration. I can't wait to see what else comes.
Oh, I mean, well, you're a part of it.
As I say, you're a part.
Keep
feeding us as you keep coming across people. Keep plugging them.
Yeah,
I certainly will.
And I appreciate you so much. Please make sure entrepreneurs out there, if you are in a space where you're like, look, I don't know where to go. I just have this idea. I don't know what my next steps are. Make sure you hook up with Tab of IEI Agency. You Google it, it pops right up. Get in contact with her and let's make magic happen, people.
Let's go. Thank y'all so much.
And if you're listening in your car, if you're listening wherever you're listening, get home safe, be safe, live safe, and we're out. Till the next time we see y'all again with our foolishness. Peace.
Bye.